Hello YouTube, this is the Florida Rider, out on a night ride, enjoying the warm Florida summer nights. I don't really have anything going on this evening, since the weather is incredibly nice. I thought I'd just take a ride. We'll ride to the beach and then we'll go a bit further, down a few cities or so. Don't really know, just going. Now this is the bridge that you've seen me go over 1,000,000 times on my motor vlogs, but we're doing it at night this time, so maybe it'll look a little bit different, or the approach to the beach will look a little bit different. I'll let you be the judge of that. So it is about 9:40 in the evening, and it is still 86 degrees outside, so it is awesome riding weather. Gotta love this weather. People say that summers in Florida are unbearable, and I disagree. And I do want to add that I'm not one of those who hides in the house behind the air conditioner all summer either. I go out and I do things. I go riding, or I go walking, or I don't hide from summer, and I didn't do it when I lived in Phoenix either. I love summer. Days, nights, you name it, I love it. And the best thing about it is that even I can't be cold in the summer in Florida. And here we are at my favorite roundabout again. The new Walgreens opened a few months ago. I know that's exciting to everybody. So let's see. Are there any other soccer fans out there? The World Cup is coming up. It starts on the 11th of June, and I am a huge soccer fan, and so I'll totally be watching the World Cup when possible. Now, I wasn't actually a soccer fan before I moved to Europe. But it just sort of happened there because it's popular in the rest of the world, and it sort of happened. Some of my students were younger, and one of the best things to do is to get people to talk about themselves. So you can work on their language skills, and you can improve their speaking and everything. And shortly after I moved to Poland, I realized that I had a lot of soccer fans in one of my classes. Boys and girls, about 11 and 12 years old. And one of the things that they did every weekend was watch soccer with their fathers, brothers, whoever. They just watched it. And so I said to myself, well, I think I'll turn this into a learning tool. One of the only TV channels I got in English, I believe it was British Eurosport. And so I would watch it from time to time, and I found soccer on there, and I started watching it. And they would have Polish games on there, as well as British games, and I'd also watch Polish games on Polish TV channels, and I would take it into school the next day and discuss it with my students. and it worked. A lot of my students thought that talking about soccer was something that they wanted to do, and they did, and they tried everything, and it worked very, very well as a teaching tool. And then, of course, I realized that I like soccer too. And so I started watching it not just for work reasons, but for myself. You have to understand that the winters in Poland are very long and very cold. I mean, it sometimes goes down to minus 27, minus 30 Celsius, which is pretty damn cold if you ask me. And so I would spend some weekends in, in the colder months in December and January in watching soccer the whole weekend. And then I'd talk about it with my friends, and I'd talk about it with my students, and it sort of just grew from there. And when I moved to Germany, I kept watching soccer, and then we had the World Cup in Germany in 2006, and I went to one of those games as well. It was the USA versus Italy game, by the way, and the USA was the only team not to lose to Italy. It was a tie. We didn't win either, but we were the only team that didn't lose to Italy. And that game was in Kaiserslautern in Germany, and Kaiserslautern is a very big military city, town, whatever it is, and so it was a blast. Oh my goodness, we had so much fun there. Red, white, and blue everywhere, and it was a good time. And so then I also got more interested in international soccer as well, and my international pick is Spain, because I like the country, I like the language, I like the people, and their style of soccer is quite aggressive. And I also had a favorite soccer team when I lived in Germany. I was a supporter, we'll say, meaning a fan, but not, an Uber supporter, or whatever you call it, a fanatic. I was a Bayer Leverkusen fan, and they played by Cologne, so I went to a few of their games every year, and it was a good time. Matter of fact, I met one of my best friends in Germany, Rich, through soccer, because he was he's American also, and he loves soccer as much as I do, and so I put something up on my blog one day. This was a normal blog, not a video blog, about going to a few games, and he asked if he can go with me, and so we did, and we became really good friends after that, and we went to several games together throughout the years. And so that's sort of a brief history of how I became a soccer fan. So yes, the World Cup is coming up, and do let me know if you'll be watching it. While I do favor Spain to win, I'm also hoping that the USA does better. I mean, the USA men's team has been doing well the past few years, and let's hope that they make it at least to the second round again. I'm still going to be rooting for Spain to win overall. However, if there is a USA-Spain game, I want them both to win. So, go Spain, go USA. Let me know who else will be watching the World Cup and how you got interested in soccer. This is the Harley Following Florida Rider, signing off. Goodbye.